And we are live. Hello and welcome to Nation Fan TV. I am Pelo. I am your host, and this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Makosi Football Club, and the squad is out. Of course, the squad is out. This is the last game of the season, not of the season, but of the league, and we're playing against a team that's not bad. I wouldn't say they are great, but I'm not at a point whereby I can nyata any team because my football club has shown certain things that make me go, yeah. So, as you are joining in, for starters, you know what to do. Number one, like the video. Number two, share with your friends. Number three, I like how Abolete are already commenting. Share with your friends. And last but not least, just tell me where you are from. The commenting, right? I will say the starting lineup, but it's also here for your perusal. Because I have gone through thick and thin to make the stream like this. I've even found also born of no church also born stream some sihle kanjani ngoba ngiphikise yasibona sesize sinezinto manje nama scoreline so manje angisakhulumi nje kuphela. I found a new streaming software specifically for nina abantu be Chiefs. So exactly, Nkululeko, I'm going to start answering your questions about the things that you are asking right now. So we are going to do exactly that right now. So let's start from the bench, not from the bench. We'll end with the bench. There are a few changes. We've changed the right back. We've changed the number 10 and the winger. Essentially, by changing the number 10, actually we've made like 4 changes, 3 changes actually. Right back, number 10, and the winger. And if I look at the team that I predicted, I said Peterson, Monyane, Kweneka, Miguel, Marco, Matlo, Mabue, and then I told you guys that they will drop Nkosing Pile Ngobo, which is exactly what they did. And they've dropped Uvelepa as well, which I did not expect, but they did it. And then Da Silva is back. So yeah, let's do that. As we are joining, tell me where you are watching from, so that we know where people are watching from. And also, we have something that is called super chats. So if you want to help support the channel in anything, you can do that by giving a super chat. So if you do that, if I get 10 super chats in the next 30 minutes, I'll do 20 push-ups in front of everyone so that, some entertainment. And also, okay, let's iyakoloza lento. Iyakoloza ngempela ukwenza ama super chats, but you can get the super chats in any case. All right. So let's talk about the game, yeah? So the first and most important thing that I look at the team and see, you remember what I said to you last week when we were talking about the role of Monyane and why he was not effective in the last game. I said to you guys, Monyane was not effective because under Nabi, when Nabi was still coaching Chiefs, he is the one who was running in the half spaces, right? He did not play as a traditional fullback who would overlap and run outside of the winger and then the winger inverts. That has never been his game. I even called him, if you remember, if you've been with me in this channel, I've called him the king of half spaces because he's been playing so well in those half spaces. That means you are not that wide, but you are also, So I called him the king of half spaces because of that. Maybe I will even have to demonstrate this thing with visual aid because, let me open this. Can I add something? I can. Ngifuna nje ukunikombisa something so that you guys can also see what I'm talking about. I'm a teacher after all, so I have to be visual in how I teach. Otherwise, screen capture. Okay. Ayingiveleli ke lento engifuna ukuyenza. But basically what we are talking about here, we're talking about a player who is very comfortable with playing a certain way, and then his role gets changed. Okay, unfortunately I can't do what I wanted to show you. His role gets changed, and then he starts underperforming. And Umonyane, the same Monyane who started the... Wow, thank you. There's already a super chat, so thank you so much for that super chat. I will check who gave that super chat and read your comment right now. Oh yeah, and you are already a member as well. Yes, Nancy comment. Godwin Peg. Thank you, Godwin, for that super chat. You guys can also just do the things. Anyways, yeah, Utikhosi. So what I'm saying is Monyane is today the first casualty. This is what we talk about when we talk about bad coaching. This is what we talk about. When I say there's bad coaching, we talk about such things. You can't have Monyane that we signed, and every Chiefs fan and their mothers was raving about the fact that Monyane is so brilliant. We robbed Pirates. You remember when people were saying that, oh yeah, we robbed Pirates. We took one of their best players. They couldn't even use him, and we were playing Monyane. You remember that, right? So it was that thing. The Pirates are dumb. We are the smart ones because we got a player that they did not use. We started utilizing him, and it's been so great for us. But now, Monyane is not even able to start 2 games in a row. And this has nothing to do with the injury. They are not managing anything. Because if they were managing him, then we would be talking about he played 60 minutes in the previous game. Then they brought on Solomons. What I was saying was, if you have players who have injury problems, then you probably interchange them. You give this one 60% of the match, and the other one you give him 40%, 67%, 33%, but you ration their minutes. This is not what's happening with Solomons and Monyane. It's clear that they are now preferring Solomons over him, and they are now making Monyane look like he's a bad player because last week he did not offer us anything. I'm not gonna lie to you, he just did not look good. That's 4-1. Okay, number 2, there's Gwenika, there's Miguel, and Marco. But Marco, there's nothing to say. Gwenika, there's nothing to say. But when it comes to Miguel, there is definitely and certainly something to say. I said to you yesterday when I was making the starting 11 prediction, I said that one of the biggest problems that we have right now is the fact that Miguel does not look confident at all. I do not know what the reason is. Maybe that mistake that he made that other time has led to him feeling the way that he's feeling, performing the way that he's performing. So if a player is in a position whereby they are not that confident, you put them on the bench and you let them, rest. December to kind of, he has December to recover. And then when we come back, then you can play Umchita again. But now you are forcing a guy who's clearly not that confident to continue playing games and possibly make more mistakes, which will now affect him even more. So this is what we talk about when we talk about player management. And you know how to manage players if you've been coaching and this has been your job, not if you are an assistant and you are watching someone take responsibility for the team. They've been assistants of Nabi all along. This thing of being a senior coach is new to them. So vele they are going to be playing. And ngizofunda my comments in right now, guys. Don't worry, I will come to your comments in a second. And then there is that. Well, they should have dropped him. If there is a change that needs to be made, it was Miguel. Like, I like Miguel. I don't think he's a bad player. And I've fought people, not fought per se, but I've had debates. I always have this conversation, Obongani. Uguti, listen, man, Miguel is not bad. But these days, his confidence is not that great. Drop him, drop him. Before while we're talking about dropping, let's drop a like on the video because we have over 200 people watching the live stream, but only 49 have liked the video. So let's like the video, but Benkosi, let's just match the number of views that we have right now because we're over 500 views, 200 people watching, only 50 likes. So let's do that. Let's like the video. So there's nothing to say about Marco because he has not done anything wrong. However, I do have something to say about Shinga because why is Shinga not even on the bench? Because we are going to talk about the bench, but the bench does not contain Shinga. There's no Kangiso Shinga on the bench. So the question is, why is that? What's up with that? Because the thing is, God forbid Mayo gets injured. Cross is already injured. But imagine if if Marco also got injured. Now, they will have one of few options. One, have to play Udotli at left back, force him to come back from injury early, play Makate at left back, which is not his most comfortable position, but they would have to play him there in any case because, they want to... Timpo? So they will either do that, drop him, or play someone out of position so that they can kind of try to get around the crime that they've been committing. So that's the story. That's the story that they're having because they are not giving the guy game time. Thank you. So now the other thing, of course, is that midfield. We are grateful that they did not drop Matlo or who's this guy? Matlo or Umabo, right? Because that's one of the things that we had going, right? That's one thing that I think is okay. So the midfield is fine. Or is it? Because there is you can see, this is the formation of how Chiefs are going to be playing. Now, one thing that I'm looking at this is there is Mayo, there is Villagas. They could, this is a possibility, that Mayo could go to the right wing and then Villagas could play as a 10. Or, as it looks, Mayo plays defend Da Silva because that's what he did in the previous game. I think that's the most likely thing to happen. Yeah. Noise gate. Right. Okay. You guys can hear me, right? Yeah, so as I was saying, one other thing that I don't like with the 10, not that there's anything wrong with Umayo again, but it's a complaint that I have based on the fact that what did Ngobo do? What did Nkosingphile Ngobo do to just get dropped out of nowhere? I don't remember him having a bad game. In fact, I said that he actually played very good in the previous game. But Tigege, because as I call it, he has a very short leash. As in, he's one of those players that is not allowed to make a single mistake. He's one of those players that when the coaches see something they don't like about him, they will drop him immediately. And I think that's exactly what is happening with Nkosingphile Ngobo. They've dropped him again. And what's worse is that Ngobo is also not even on the bench, which I just don't get. He's not even on the bench. Like, what is this? You would think that they will have... What's confusing about these coaches, right? What's confusing about them is that there's nothing that we can't complain about, because it seems like they are doing so many things, so many wrong things at once. One, they are constantly rotating a team for no reason. Because what we said is that, okay, fine, we understand you are trying to find a core team. So have that core team. They don't. And they don't even like, if Ungatiwa for 3 weeks in a row, we have the same bench, the same starting 11, and we see where the problems are. And then we see those subs did not give us anything. And then we make changes to the bench as well. But what we see with Chiefs, there's always 3 or 4 changes each game on the starting 11. And then there's always 3 or 4 changes on the bench. Like everywhere you look, there are changes. Why can't we just have something similar for once? Like have some consistency, have some continuity. Like the fact that Abdeslam Wadu on his own has gone to Pirates, people will say something has been built. Nabi also left something that had been built, because he left a team that won a cup, remember, for the first time in 10 years. And then these guys have a nerve of coming out and telling us that they did not promise us a cup. You understand what kind of nonsensical mentality we're dealing with here? Coaches were just trying to do finder in the name of we are trying to build in. Angithi nina, your fans, the people that you made cheer for you, said you were better than Nabi. Shouldn't we be playing football that is 10 times better than what Nabi left already? And I know, there was a time in my life earlier on when the coaches just arrived, and I was like, oh, I can't be too negative about the coaches because people might unsubscribe, they might not like what I say. But it's the truth. Like, there is no Kaizer Chiefs fan who watches Chiefs change the squad every single week and think, oh, this is okay. We need to try different things. There is, like, if you watch Pirates, I'm sorry, but they are like now a bar that has been set. If you watch Pirates, you can guess their starting 11. They will just drop maybe one play. You know Uguti Mahopa is going to start. You know Uguti Namfukeng plays as a 10 or a winger, and then there's Nemtachela like yesterday, and then there's Unduli. And the reason why Pirates are not even playing Unduli right now is because he's injured. So they've brought back Umakaola. Umbata has been there. If it wasn't Umbata, it was Nemtachela, and then in front of them, you know it's going to be either Umbule, who comes off the bench, and then you have Umremi, you have Police. If not, earlier on it was Sibelebel. But he tried, everything else was the same. His back four was the same. Mbogazi, Stesane, Hoto, Lebito. Backline works. No changing unless someone is tired or injured. Midfield, Nduli Nemtachela, base. They leave them like that. Riley was injured. Okay, Tito was starting. Ombulu was starting. He realized, this is not working. Even earlier on when he saw that Aboma Rico were not working, then he dropped them. But you can see a coach who has a plan. The idea is developing with time. He's making changes, but strategic changes. It's not 3, 4 changes that are game altering. You're like, why would you make so many changes every week? It's always drastic, and it's frustrating because you are here watching after Pirates wins a second cup in a year, and you are just sitting there with your thumb on your mouth. Nothing to do, just watching, and there's nothing you can do. But there's something that you guys can do. You can like the video. You can subscribe to the channel. We are over 1,000 views at this moment, but you only have 89 likes. 89 likes, guys. That's criminal. That's almost as criminal as the coaches who are coaching Chiefs. Okay, let's talk about the bench. Oh, okay, Villagas. Shabalala is also looking like he might play as a winger. The reason is because if Mayo is playing as a 10, then Shabalala, they will have to find him another position. And I know some people will think this is a 4-4-2. It's not. I would be shocked if they're playing a 4-4-2. But hey, let's move. Bench, Vuma, of course. Simango, Monyane, Makat. Again, I have a question. Why do we need 3 defenders on the bench against Chess Galaxy? we have two centre backs on that bench. Why not just Aiden McCarthy and Munyan? Because Aiden McCarthy can play as a left back. If another centre back gets injured, he can play as that centre back. Why are we stacking our defense? Like, understand with a bench in you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 outfield players on your bench. And 3 of the spots are taken by defenders. And you are an attacking team, or supposed to be an attacking team. Yet you have 3 defenders on your bench. 3. What's that about? 3 defenders on your bench. What for? Yeah, I'm gonna complain. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna complain, and I'm not gonna stop, because we have been subjected to mediocrity for such a long time. I gave you a stat, and the stat has even changed. In the first 6 games the Chiefs played, when Nabi was still the coach, they won 4 games, drew 1 game, and lost 1 game. After Nabi left, 11 games later, they have only won 4. So in the last 11 games, they've won as many number of games as they had in the first 6. So the winning percentage has gone from, what is 4 over 6? That is 67%, dropping all the way to 40%, less than 40%, because now it's 4 over 11. Uivo is asking me, do you understand exclusion of Asanele Velepai? I do not understand why Velepai was dropped. What did Velepai do wrong in the previous game for him to be dropped today? Like, that's the question. Like, people are saying, whoa, the coaches are trying. What did Velepai do wrong for him to be dropped today? That's the question. What did he do? Yine wrong, because for starters, I was talking about this. People will say Velepai did not have much impact on the game. But how was he supposed to impact the game if he wasn't getting enough of the ball? He's playing on the left side alone because Umako has to stay back, because they want to form a back 3 when we're attacking. So essentially, Uvelepai plays that whole side by himself. He gets dropped. For what reason? Like, we just willy-nilly drop players who were doing so well. Velepai played very good in the previous game. He was excellent. But how many touches of the ball did he get? How many passes did he get? He did not get a lot of the ball. But when he did, we saw him. He created, I think there were 2 best chances. The first one was by Velepai that he clipped over, and then Da Silva missed it. Then the second chance was Da Silva to Villegas. Villegas missed that chance. He's the one who should have been dropped if we are dropping people based on their performances. But he's the one who did not give us anything in the previous game. But that's the thing. So, man, this thing of being oppressed by people and being told that we're negative when we're complaining about a team that has no direction, because the management, 1, sucks. Number 2, they hire people who are clueless, because all they've ever done in their career is to be assistant coaches. And now you are asking me to watch Orlando Pirates win 2 cups while I sit on this chair and say, oh, well done to Pirates. They are doing so great. I hate Pirates. I despise Pirates. I hate them with a passion. I hate Sundowns with a passion. But I have to sit here for the cutback and watch a game and watch Pirates play so well and see that, wow, this team is well coached. And just think to myself, why can't this be us? Why can't we profile a coach and get him to come and coach us? No, they won't do that. Even Namanje, it's going to be December. They're going to have this whole break. Like, let me see when the games are returning. The next time there's a PSL game, right, is on the 20th of January. So basically, 5 to 6 weeks from now. We have 6 weeks to find a coach. In fact, not 6 weeks to find a coach. We have 6 weeks of a mid-season preseason. You understand? But we're not going to do that. Why? Because the management, the Mtaungs, have stated it clearly and categorically that this is their father's team. That's what Upobi said. They were not elected to be there. And they keep on lying to people who will not want. I've gotten so many messages and threats from people who tell you are negative about Chiefs. We are going to attack you. I don't care. You can attack me. But I'm not going to sit here. Like, you understand how much money we spend going to the stadiums. I understand. We spend money to go to the stadium to watch Chiefs. And a conflict of interest. I also do content there. But when I'm there, and I'm interviewing these people who are so sad because Chiefs lost. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. If the sign that these coaches, because here's another thing that's gonna happen. Chiefs might genuinely win this match today. They might. I'm not saying they will, but they might. Right? They might win this game. Everyone on the chat is hoping that Chiefs wins the game. You understand? Kona umandla ngifuna uthi umandla, but we can't compare Pirates with Chiefs. Firstly, Pirates has bought good players. Pirates coach has a good pool of players. Any coach you hire will need quality players. Maana Koslam. Ngibukela le squad se Chiefs. You know, Peterson, we all agree. He has, I think, only China. He has more clean sheets. He has a lot of clean sheets this season. Playing well. Winnick, Miguel, Makat. Miguel, lama mistake awenza manje. He was not making so many mistakes under Nabi. Marco has performed well. We all agree. Solomons, he has performed even better manje, even though we know he's been bad in previous seasons, but he has improved and is continuing to work hard. You have Umatlo, who in the previous game we saw how quality can perform. We don't forget, he's the one who assisted to praise when we beat Sundowns. You have Umabuwe, we've seen him run that midfield. You have Uvilagaz, you have Umayo, you have Shabalala, you have Da Silva, who have seen score. We have Ikotaro, who they are making him drop and play like he's the sixth. We have quality nabo Batman base benchini abo Nkosi Ngiphile Ngcobo abo Sirino abo Mthetho, they are now sitting on the bench. We have quality at Chiefs. We have quality at Chiefs. Let's not lie and say Chiefs does not have quality. Let's not lie and say Pirates have better players than Chiefs, because that is a lie. That is a lie to say Chiefs does not have quality now. If you said Chiefs did not have quality last season, I would agree with you, because we did not have a bench that we look at. Like, look at the bench today. Look at the bench. Like Msimang, quality player. Munyan, quality player. Aiden McCarthy, even at his young age, quality player. We have who? Undlovu from Supersport, quality player. Batman, young player, quality. Velebai, the diamond, we've been chasing after him. Quality player. Lilepo, Udu, but don't forget what he did to Sundowns and what he's been doing. Do not lie to me and say Chiefs does not have quality. It's a lie. It's a lie that those two interns are making us believe we don't have quality. There is quality here. Linge vele wena mavish abahambe. They must go. They must go. Like, if you're going to betray someone, like the thing with about Judas, it never ends well with about Judas. Nasebhayibhelini wagcina ilengisile. So ngeke bafike betray uNabi and then they can't do it better than him. Ngeke mfethu, you cannot tell me. There must be upgrades. I have nieces here. Yibo laba balokhu ngibathumala. Ngeke ngi-expect for my nieces to have a less quality of life than me. It has to be better, because my successors must be better than me. So how come Unabi takes the team, makes them win 4 games, draw 1, and then win a cup last season as well? Something that we had not achieved in 10 years. And he said we are going to make Chiefs great again. Trump umanje. He told us that. He gave us a promise. He wants the team. Ikotaro is not even on the bench. Ikotaro is not even on the bench. What's up with that? Ikotaro is not on the bench. Are you telling me Agna Chislet on the bench? So there is a lot. Like, what kind of consistency is this? Like, what in the confusion is this? Yabona manje, I'm raging. I did not even realize that they've dropped Ikotaro. And I said this to people. I said it. I said, this thing of dropping Ikotaro so deep and making him play like he's a deep lying playmaker. Have him drop so deep and expect goals from him. The next thing that's going to happen, he's not going to perform. And when he doesn't perform, you're going to start blaming him for not performing. You understand? It's never been his fault. Ever. So we've dropped a good player. And in dropping him, his confidence is deeper. And those are signs of being coached by a clueless person. Where is Shinga? We don't know. Football is not number one priority for Kaizer Chiefs right now. You are right. I didn't realize we were at ShopRite the other day. This was a few months ago. I looked. I was like, I charging. Yeah, so we're looking at this. I'm like, they have, what's this thing? They have, is it roll on? Yeah, and shampoo, Kaizer Chiefs shampoo, Kaizer Chiefs chips. It's about being a brand. And that's what our team has come down to be. It's all about how can we make this even better. Usianda is saying, Ngasho, from the day they announced that Nabi is leaving, that these ones will give us nothing. But Nabi made them shine. Now this is happening. So linye abahambe. Uti umelo mpilo abahambe labantu ngeke. True. Like Chislet is a star. We need him now. We need options. We also need you guys to like the video. Yo, Ama likes are colors there. You can have 360 people watching at once. 2,200 views, 126 likes. Kahleni guys, musana ukuba amaplamba. Like the video. That's like the video. It's about to rain. I hope it doesn't disturb this live stream. Yeah, so the bench is not bad. The bench is not bad, except that I did say already, Guti, it makes no sense to me that we drop Ikotaro and Utuba is there on the bench just to. It's like they're trying to make everyone happy. That's also something that I feel. Ugift is saying there's no quality Chiefs, Mpilo. Stop lying. I agree that the coaches should be changed, but management must also sign quality players for the next coach. You can't compare Chiefs to Pirates. I can and I am. Unemtachela, you're telling me Unemtachela is better than Mabuwe, Matlo, Ngobo, all of them. You are telling me that Uhoto Nondaba better than Ukros, Umako, Noshinga. Because manje, let's compare apples with apples. Are you telling me that Usiema is better than Bogazi? And I mean, Usiema is better than Quinik and Miguel and Simang? Are you telling me that Umbogazi is that much better than Udotli no Makat? Are you telling me that Ulibito is better than Umunyan? Umunyan was starting at Pirates and only got benched by Libito because of injuries. Umako was a starter head of Undaba at Pirates. Umako was a left back at Pirates, but because he got injured, then Hotu started playing. Are you telling me that when we go to midfield, Umakaula Nomtetwa, same thing? Are you telling me that Umbata is that significantly better than Abo Mabue, for example? Are you telling me Jaubangishu Unemtachela is better than Ungob? Are you telling me that Umbule was getting benched by Usirino at Sundowns is better than Usirino Manj? Umbule, the same Umbule who always comes off the bench for Pirates now because he doesn't have the engine to play the full game. Are you telling me that Ikotaro is not as good or is not better than Umahop? Usilva right now already has more goals than Umahop, but you are going to sit here and type and tell me that Umahopa is better than Usilva. Usilva is scoring more goals than Umahop. Ukhanyisa mayo nzongitshela ukuthi akekho mnandi. He's not better than Umabas. Umayolo was outscoring them while he was at Cape Town City. At Cape Town City was scoring bonke labantu laba. But manje akasesi equality ngoba useku Chiefs. Abo vele by that we've been chasing, abo Pirates were chasing as well. Ulilepo, are you going to tell me he's not better than Abo Mrem? Uduba is not better than Umahop. Because we want to say the management, yes, there are some players like a defensive midfielder who can also play. We need that. But statistically speaking, comparing umthetho nonduli, statistically, the eye test kuphela. Not umthetho holds his thingy, holds his own. So asingaqamba mang. Like manje sesenza ngathi if you are talking about Sundowns, then I understand. Sundowns is significantly abano Rezinho, bano Sales, bano Mkwena, bano Reyners. Mawukhuluma ngeSundowns ke the quality level is different. But ngeke ungiqhathanise nePirates and tell me like in positions where you can say Pirates are significantly better than Chiefs is if you think of Apolis, who Chiefs should have signed. If you think of Mfukeng, who we couldn't have had. But if we're coaching Umduduzi, numbers-wise, Umduduzi was assisting more, Umduduzi was scoring more than Orele last season. But you're just going to ignore that because we want to push the idea that Chiefs players are not good enough. But they are. We beat that same Pirates. Ongobo bathu ulimele. Amanga nalawo. Those are lies. I remember Bradley Kropla came out and said, breaking news, I'm not injured. You remember that? Oh, and by the way, I almost said this thing about these coaches because I've seen someone who's a beneficiary of this. Because I know ukuthi abanye abantu bakhokhela abantu bakhokhela ama influence ukuthi atshela abantu ukuthi bakhokhela abantu ukuthi babenze kube ngathi they are good coaches, and we see people tweeting and defending these coaches. The same people who are attacking Unabi, they are now defending these coaches because some people are being paid to do these things. And we know these things. And bengithi ngisho lento le, but ngiyazi. Ngeke ningitshela ukuthi Pirates ingcono kune Chiefs. Sayishaya leyo Pirates le 2-1. We ended our trophy drought ngabo. On the way we beat Stellenbosch. On the way we beat Sundowns. Sa benefit akunandaba. Nabo kade kwasebeshaya. Awuthi ngiblock lona ku Twitter. Cause ngeke umuntu athi I was patient with Unabi, I should be patient with the coaches. I was patient with Unabi because he inherited the squad from Kevin Johnson. It was absolutely shambles. How can I not be patient with a coach who got a squad from Kevin Johnson, who was clueless? Of course, I was going to be patient with him. So, exactly, we beat that Pirates with no quality. So, manje masekuzofika umuntu after I like lalela. We are currently, if you open your log table, right? If you open the league table, Unat is saying, what if the team that you are so negative about performs above the expectation? What are you going to say then? I'm going to say the same. You know what's going to happen in this game? They are going to find something to mess it up. Even if the team performs today, I am still on the same thing. Just because someone gets away with crime today, that does not mean they are not a criminal. They are a criminal with a bagabanjo. And they've been already caught snapping. I'm not negative about the team. I have no problems with any of the players who are selected in this team. The problem I have are the people who keep on selecting the players and changing them. I have no problem. Peterson Yamtanda. Solomons, I've been fighting for him. Ngithi akadlala ahead of Frosla. Kunika has come back and has proven himself. And I've given him his flowers. Miguel, I've been defending him all along. Marco has come to Chiefs. I remember some people saying free agents in inning. Ngathi no, keep him, it's fine. I had a problem with Nakok. Now I always believed Tuguti can give us something. Although what I did say about him in what's the word? In criticism towards him, I said that he just needs to be more serious and do the simple things. Umabue, I had some doubts. He has come in, he has proven himself. Umayo, I always wanted Umayo. I remember when it was announced that he was dropped, and then I said I have a dream, blah blah blah. Vilagazi, come on, Vilagazi, Shabalala, Da Silva, I've been defending him. So why would you think I have a problem with the squad? I have no problem with the squad. But I have a problem with the fact that the coaches have found it in them again to make more changes to the squad. I have a problem with the fact that the coaches have found it in them again to change the bench. That's what I have a problem with, not with the players. Yeah, Cross is injured. I have don't get it twisted. I'm looking at the coaches who Pirates right now have 28 points. We have 23. There is still 18 games to go. 18 games to go, and they're throwing the towel. You understand, Uguti, fans, as much as they might be unrealistic, right? Fans might be unrealistic and say, I told you guys before the season started, Guti, I wasn't expecting us to win the league. But I did say that top two. But if your coach, a coach of the team comes out and says, oh no, let's be realistic. What do you think that does to us fans? If a coach of the team that you support comes out and says to you, oh, don't dream, just hope that we finish in the top 4. Kaizer Chiefs Football Club, the biggest club in South Africa. We understand ukuthi ayenze sense kangakanani, and le jezi le combination njangazini ikhinde yellow jezi grey but sikho lapho. But imagine a coach of your club coming out in public and saying that, yeah, no, forget it. Stop thinking about this team winning, man. Right? He just tells you, like live. He says, no, forget it. We did not promise you a cup. That's what people are saying. Would mean I must listen to a coach of Kaizer Chiefs. Right? I must sit here and listen to a coach of Kaizer Chiefs say to me, don't think about winning a cup. If there is a chance. What chance are you talking about? We already have a chance. We won a cup last season. Which means I, as a Kaizer Chiefs fan, am entitled to believing that this team can win me something. Why am I entitled? Because I sat there, Moses Mapida, and watched my team actually win. You understand? So manje mawuzongitshela mina ukuthi I shouldn't dream. I should be realistic. Ngibe realistic ukuthini? Ngibe realistic ukuthini ngibonile ukuthi my team has the ability. So let's watch what's going to happen. And I will tell you now, Uguti, there is like a huge possibility Uguti this game is played and we perform and all of that. But it does not change. It does not change the fact that I think, so from the get-go, Umayo is starting as a right winger and Mfundo Vilakazi is starting in midfield. So I think there's going to be a lot of rotations between the two of them. Now they changed the color. They are wearing blue, it says Galaxy. So I thought they would go with their traditional red. And the worst thing is, I'm expecting to be attacked by the end of the game because I genuinely think Chiefs might win this game. I do. Phela vele ke khona nokuthi I'm just a fan, so I'm always hoping that we win games. I know it sounds weird, but there's always that feeling of Guti, yeah, we might win this game and then we don't. There's never been a game here, Chiefs, that I watch and think, "Ah, we're not going to win this game." Rare, it's very rare. Because I always look at our squad, even right now as the game is going on. I always look at them and think, we can beat any team. We can beat any team. Now, Solomon's who's going to be very key for Chiefs down the right-hand side. One thing I'm not expecting Veleg from TS Galaxy is to sit back and just take it. They're not gonna do that. They've never been that team. So I definitely don't expect them to sit and just take it. So let's see. Singifunda ama-comments abantu bathini. The comments. I hope Kaizer Chiefs wins today. Everyone wants Chiefs to win. Every Chiefs fan wants Chiefs to win because the worst thing for to losing in such a game. Imagine losing a game like a day after your biggest rivals won a cup. Like it just does not feel right. It just doesn't feel right. So no referee in the first few minutes. There are a lot of starts and stops in this game. Nangumabu and Nangumatlo, they are dropping. Marco is also forming part of a back three. Yeah, Umtutuz is basically being played as a left wing. Okay. Nivale kanjani phela because ngifake i-password. The press is not bad, actually. On to. But also, ETS Galaxy, I was never expecting them to sit back in any case. And the Vele, they are coming, they are bringing the game. But they are not able to do anything in midfield. Yeah, I've confirmed Uguti. Is there a goal? Oh, Tutuzi just missed. We started well, I'm not gonna lie. So Vele Tutuzi, what he's doing is more of those out to in runs and trying to surprise the defenders, because the last thing you're expecting is someone to just run across. So that right back of TS Galaxy is the one who will have to get an instruction very fast. And another thing is TS Galaxy, or isingabashaya ngayo rather, is they are trying to play out from the back. And I think that That's one thing that we should actually capitalize on, and I see that Vele already we are kind of pressing them, which is exactly what we want. Why abadlali base South Africa bethanda ukugibela ibhola? Umvela asemdala for this thing. Kuchase entertainment. So misabalandeli itulweni, entertain them. Pros ngeke kubize squadini. Simple. I'm also trying to think, should I listen to the commentary ukuthi bathini lapha ku-TV? Nah, it's just going to disturb me. I won't be able to focus. Ubongani is saying he said on an interview that he could see a way forward. The next morning he was suspended and he resigned. Chief says this thing I hate of wasting the whole of first half and picking to play second half. Kusho okuhle. Yeah, ilento leyo ukuthi fethu angazi nokuthi ngizoyibiza ngani. That should be a goal. Okay, that's a block. I thought that was just a miss. It's a block. Because that was supposed to be a goal. I like how Silva is turning. Also, here's another thing. Maybe this is me, né? But I think it's something me nangzoisho. I don't like how involved the goalkeeper coach is with coaching. I don't. I don't like how I see the goalkeeper coach being so involved and pointing and doing that and doing that. He's a goalkeeper coach. In that department, because I remember, if you also remember, I once criticized Nabi for this as well. As much as I loved him and I believed Uguti, he was a good thing. I said that if there is too much noise going on, like there's a lot that is being said, and you know the voice is not like just coming from the coach. What is the coach saying? You know, if there's a lot of things that are being said and there's a lot of noise, I always believe then with that, what you're gonna end up with is a very loud dressing room. Noisy space, if you will, whereby this one is saying this and that one is saying this, and that becomes even more apparent if no one is absolute. I don't want to say absolute power, but kungekho umuntu who's calling the shot. Who end is saying Kutempilo Vilakazi is wasting balls. I have a theory of Vilakazi. In fact, yeah, I have a theory. I think one of the things that could be happening with Vilakazi is, one, he's told to take on the players. That's an instruction that I also give my wingers. La fika kuwi bola, because you are wide. Thatha umuntu wakho. Right? Take him on, be selfish. It's an actual instruction that I give even as a coach. Because what you want to encourage your wingers to do is to actually have something, have someone who can, as much as you are coaching within a structure and you want your team to play in a structure and be disciplined tactically, but you also want your special players or your good players to be allowed that freedom. Because the moment everyone is just move the ball. Because they're in midfield, abo Mabue, nabo Matlo, the instruction is simple. Move the ball, move yourself. Move the ball, move yourself. You know, move and support. Your job is not to carry. We don't have a ball carrying midfielder at Chiefs. Usirino who does that when he comes on. And Umtutuzi can do that. But yeah, he wants to combine. That's what he does a lot more. He likes to combine. So the people who are then responsible for taking on defenders are the wingers. Because, everyone can't just be moving the ball. It could be that. That's theory number one. Theory number two, he could just be selfish. But I think it's definitely an instruction. And one instruction that I'm not necessarily against, but you keep the ball, especially you take responsibility if there is no better option. Once there is a better option, and when you still choose to want to be a scarangobes, then that's when problems arise, because now that means when you're not going to pass. Like I've seen it in some games as well, where he's decided he just keeps the ball. He does not pass it. He could just, like, outside foot, now he does a slow control ball. Oh, goodness. That was good defending by Chiefs, actually. Last ditch defending, it worked. It looks scary, I'm not going to lie to you. So TS Galaxy are taking and bringing the game to us. They are not just sitting back. And I'm expecting more of that. It's going to keep... So, yeah, my earphones are more too loud. I just wanted to hear how the video sound on YouTube, because the monitor and thing, I wanted to hear how it sounds. Samge. Aluye coordination phone ulalele phone knows ukuthi sound kanjani in live stream. Yeah, because I don't want you guys to listen to mediocrity content as well. I haven't seen Detechana that much. What's happening with Solomons? I hope that's not serious. People wanted a penalty. Of course they wanted a penalty. Let's see. Yeah, that's a penalty. That's definitely a penalty. The ball was gone, so based on that, it wasn't a penalty. Gaming is saying Matlo will soon be a key player. He will. I believe that if they don't just drop him when we come back in January, of course, because, that's their hobby. After betraying people, honestly, as a Pirates fan, I think Chiefs should not fire Nabi. He was going to help them a lot. He had already helped us a lot. And they fired him because of wanting control. Like, I am watching Chiefs and I'm seeing a lot, and I'm like, you know what, we're actually a good team. Like, there's a lot of players who are good here. There's a lot of things that we can do. Like, I'm looking at the starters right now. The one player who's not been doing that great in recent weeks, obviously, is Miguel. And there are some players that are being questioned for certain aspects of their game. But overall, as a team, because Nakona Maktuage City, let's say, because the two players who are mostly criticized in the starting 11 right now would be Solomons, Miguel, and Matlo, even though he performed well in the previous game. But those three, if we were to lose this game or something goes wrong, those are the three players that will get the most criticism, even if it's not valid. Those are the three players who would get the blame. but ke mangathiwa siyabakhipha, we can take off uMiguel, sifake uMakhathi, sifake uMsimango, sifake uDotli. So they are alternatives. On the right uMonyane ukhona. So ikhona. I mean, we are even at a point where we can play. At this point, I'm telling you now, convert Lapule mode and play him as a right wing back if we are that desperate. But we could still go to development and get another proper right back. Midfield is not ongeko angazi nazakaleni ngayo because no one said he had an injury. Okay, no Ngcobo ngimbale because I see ukuthi people are divided when it comes to Ngcobo. A lot of people say Ngcobo is lazy and all of that. So I'm not going to count him as a quality player because a lot of people, not a lot of, a lot of people, what he just did. Damn. Bazobe sebepika njalo ukuthi he did that. How are we doing?
The sound is good. You're just seconds late on the line.
Yeah, it's behind Vele. There's a delay. Yeah. So thank you. So that's what I'm saying, Guti. Like Umatlo, look at what he's been doing. And I will have this fight with Ubongani Kusasa because I will tell him Guti Umatlo played. And they will tell me, no, he didn't. He did not do anything. And I know, even right now, as people are watching, some people, Ukhomotso is saying that Solomons is not fully developed. I won't argue with that because it's the truth. It's decision making, okay? And I've said this in every way, in every time I've defended him, Guti. The biggest thing with Solomons has been the fact that he's not calm. And I think one of the biggest issues that he has is the fact that he's so quick. And him being quick makes him just want to run sometimes when there's no need. Right? But sometimes those runs, they work. And his work rate in general is very helpful to us. Right? So that's one thing that makes me defend him. Silva should score this. Silva should score, and it does. Offside. Who played that pass? I'm trying to see who played that pass. And if it was actually offside. Who played that pass? It's Matlo. And he's not offside. He's not offside. Silva is a sniper. It's not offside. He's certainly not offside. I told people this. Matlo is a good player. And namanje siyambona ngama assist that are now not materializing. Matlo is a good player, guys. Like, Abantu, it's one of those things. You remember when we were talking last year? You remember what we said? Yeah, there was no offside there because the left back was playing him. Da Silva just scored and his goal is rule offside. We got quality coach Miguel. We have a quality coach because he's scoring. Umatlo, we have a quality coach because scoring. And this is what I keep on saying is the problem when not Godwin. The problem that we have with fans is that we score a goal, we win, the coaches are good. We lose, the coaches are bad. We win, coach is good. Draw, coach is bad. I am no longer, that's Undaman is reckless. Undaman is reckless, man. That should be a yellow card. I don't know if they booked him for that, but they should have. So, this is my biggest chat, yeah, Uguti. We can't determine Uguti is the coach good or bad based on a performance and namhlanje kuphela. Because today's performance is against another opponent who I already said, Uguti, I think we have a chance of beating. Okay, he's booked. Let me change this thing and put it on the other side. Because that was honestly... And once again, there's a lot of people in the stadium, but people keep on saying Gauteng ayisgcwalisa stadium. Banning born, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's a lot of them, but they should stop criticizing us Gauteng people as if we hate football. Let me see if I zoom in. How do I look? Oh wow, I'm not even recording the game. Damn. "22 minutes in, halfway through the half, and the score is still 0-0. Should be 1-0 actually. I will admit Chiefs were robbed. Good pass from Matlow, good finish from Da Silva, but the linesman saw things that are not there. Like, what is this, Gapel? I don't know what offside he saw. I mean, I don't even know what offside he saw. Khona umuntu osemnyango.
When is the husband coming back? Okay, when is your husband coming back?
We're going for it again. Listening, Mtu is doing too much. You should keep it simple. It's the biggest problem that we have here. So he should keep it simple. He should keep it simple. One of the biggest things though that I've also said about Mtutuzi. Samge eluyodila nabangani bakho shem because umsindo wabo usuzwakala kwi-stream. Boba uthula abantu laba ba uvilakazi no Mtutuzi. One of their problem is that they angangithi badlalela abalandeli, but they technically do want to entertain the fans, and there is that pressure yokuthi kuthiwa intwana zethu lezi and they are playing, you know. So sometimes that pressure, that unnecessary pressure, ends up making them do too much, more than they need to do. And in this game, we are robbed already. We've been robbed. So we need to continue pushing and get a goal, because we can. We are Kaizer Chiefs. That's not too much for us. And Da Silva is having a very good game, actually. Not that I had any doubts. Like, it's not like I had any doubts that he would perform, but he's performing pretty good. And I'm happy when a player like that performs, like Da Silva, because I will say that just like Da Silva, just like Abongcobo, he's one of them players that are not rated even by the coaches or these current coaches. Also, okay, one thing I will say is, although I know that this is likely due to the fact that the coaches just decided to bring back uDuba today, benza too much amachita, nomthembu benza too much. Undikhokhele is saying, Molweni Maqela, I am late. The team is promising for me. They are promising. They are promising. And I know someone is going to come out after the game. Futhi, let me not keep on saying someone, because I actually don't care what someone will say about what I think about this team. Uguti, we have a brilliant team full of brilliant players who are capable of doing brilliant things, each individual, like all of them, or a lot of them, special. Ain't nothing wrong with our players. Oh my days. There's nothing wrong with our players. I will keep on saying that. There's certainly nothing wrong with our players. Our players are good. So them with their ability to play, we're just putting TS Galaxy under a lot of pressure. Prime is saying, I hope Matlo gets man of the match. Is performing. He is. And even in our last match, he did perform. It's just that we have decided, but since I'm a Chiefs fan, we have blacklisted him. As Lento blacklist. Blacklist, blacklist. Blacklist, umuntu wants to blacklist, especially football fans. There is no hope for you. There is no hope for you once you are blacklisted. Prime Minister is saying, if you have Maya, why do you need Villagaz? Helicopter football will save us at this point. You can have both of those guys, as you can. Like you can, as I said, and that's what I've been seeing early on in the game. They've swapped. Firstly, Umfundo was playing as a 10. Umayo was wide. But as the game has continued, they've swapped again, and then Umayo is now central, and then Umfundo is now on the right wing. That's the dynamic that they are trying to have. So, yeah. Is Da Silva injured, or is he just crouching as part of putting these guys off? There are teams, Buffet too. There are teams that annoy me so much. One of them is Orbit College. The other is TS Galaxy. Yabo lento konente ayenza uSiya Dramovic last year. Yo. There is something that, was it last year or the other year before? I don't know what has happened to the team. I don't know what has happened to the team, but they were much better than what this TS Galaxy team is. They look poor. I think the keeper is selling it as well. They did kick him, but I think he's also selling it. It feels like the players want to win this match so far. Yeah, Silva is lethal. They do want to win the match. You know the weird thing that I never get. Let's like the video. Let's like the video. One thing that I never get, even now, is where are we? Miguel is getting a yellow card. Where are we as people are going to be pissed off about Miguel getting another yellow card? People are not going to like this. They are not going to like this because why did he just get himself booked? There was no need. Well, there was a need, technically speaking, because he was trying to launch a counter and Miguel was up for that corner kick. So that would be his reasoning if he was sent to court. But now he's going to play the game under pressure. And what did I say about Miguel starting? Oguti, that's the problem. He looks and feels like he has a mistake in him. That was onside for days. And this is what annoys me. That defender, that number six he was playing with Miguel online because he was ball watching. Not to Miguel. He was playing with Silva online. Onside online. He was playing with Silva onside that whole entire time. And then he also forgot about Mayo. And then Mayo, Jablani, DSTV, that's the only ones I know. Probably, I don't know if SABC is showing this game. I doubt it though, because I don't think SABC is showing this game. I actually don't know. Now Miguel is playing the next, 57 minutes on a yellow card. That's not even counting additional time. And we know he's likely going to do something stupid again. So, it's not on SABC, so yeah, it's only on SuperSport. I'm sorry. Miguel should stop really, like, kuna something eguye. But I think in terms of Mlamlelu Miguel, once he accumulates enough yellow cards, I don't think he's going to come back to the team. Because, yeah, Mayo is now staying behind. Ulelo is saying, do you think Miguel is played out of position? No, he's not. He is, but technically he's not. Like, if you want to be technical with it, you're going to say he's playing on the left side of defense. But he played in the same position even last season. Well, most of the time he was playing on the right because he played with Dove. He played with Dotli, he was playing on the right. But when he played with Quinika, he played on the left. And when he played with McCarthy, he played on the right. That's an interesting question. That is actually an interesting question. Bengi dismissal. Technically, he's still a centre back. But if a centre back is going to complain about which side of the centre back he's being played on, it's not like he's taken from right back to left back where you'd have to turn your whole body. Because you still have... I think would be giving him too much of an excuse if we said he's being played out of position. I just think he's been nonsense more in the last few games. Ngisebhasini so sengibathe kulabo live labo ngibule. Yo ngazi ngahluleka ukuyifunda. Yeah, Lelo, that thing, vele, this is professional football, so we can't say it's a small thing. But for me, I wouldn't say it excuses the mistakes that he's been making. You are making me think a lot more. You are making me think a lot more, Guti. How much is that affecting him? I'm looking this way because the TV is that way. The screen, the TV. Oh, it's fellow TV. The TV is there, but it's here. Screen. The laptop is here, the TV is here, the camera is there. And this is my war. This is my biggest battle that we have to fight as fans. If a team shows consistent good performances with a consistently selected squad, with tactics being consistently gotten right, with subs consistently being right, winning games, changing games, I subscribe to that. That is why even now, as much as Chiefs are in control of the game, as they should, by the way, I'm not buying to the hype that, oh, the coaches in the last 2 days have changed their ways and now they are brilliant coaches. Because they are not. Like, I will still hold on to that. Players, good performances. Coaches, they still suck. What do we have to also acknowledge? What do we have to acknowledge if I was to give these the coaches any credit would be Aibo. What a save. If I was to give them credit for anything at all, I would give them credit for Umtutuzi so far in the new role of playing on the right hand side. I mean on the left hand side. He's actually not that bad. Well, not bad at all. The thing that you guys were talking about, Tuguti, sometimes it complicates things. Because it does too much. That was a good header by Mayo. That was a good save by the keeper. Very good save by the keeper. Umshaye matlo. Umshaye. Awusapasa. There are areas where we shouldn't be passing the ball. So bona second half Makboyuli lab. What is going to give us? "39 minutes gone." This is where I become scared, Manjeg. This question is actually something that I was about to answer. Joseph is saying, do you see another draw or will TS Galaxy wake up and perform like they started the season? No, I'm scared TS Galaxy might not necessarily perform. My biggest fear right now is, what are the coaches going to do at halftime? That's my biggest fear. That's the fear that I have, because it's always one decision. We are right now playing, but for all they see, they are seeing something that we are not seeing, team. We know these coaches. Konta bayibona uthina singayiboni. Uzobona bedonsa uMayo who's not having a bad game. Bangamdonsa. Bangadonsa uMatlo uMabu. Wake up is asking Why are we not taking long range shots? Players don't want to take responsibility at Chiefs. That's our pandemic. Players don't like taking responsibility, which I also find strange, because even the senior players like Abu Mabu, they're supposed to know better. Like, he had an opportunity there to just take a shot, but he decided to pass. And then again, you remember what Solomon said. I also think he was just trying to sound nice. But I've heard this from players as well, like other professional players, saying that, especially when it's midfielders, they will say things like, I prefer to assist than to score. Because like, very assisting, think about it. Scoring, celebrate, but if you assist, then as a player, now if you played football, you know how much of a big deal an assist is. A goal is a big deal, but if you keep on assisting a person, you keep on saying, yeah, but you keep on bragging about that. That's good defending, you know. Solomon's did brilliant. That was a good tackle. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yo. That was a good Ukonen Kudle is saying, I'm starting to fear a draw. Mlos is saying, I fear what's going to happen in the second half with so much dominance in the first half. Not converted goals. Umuz is saying, Umpilo ain't playing with us today. What do you mean Umpilo ain't playing with us today? I do not understand that. Second half young tools. Like, I don't know, because we've had a good first half, we're not gonna lie. Like, our first half has not been bad, I would be lying. We've actually been good. Ukonen saying Mtu is not giving us anything. Check again. When he has the ball, he's not giving you anything, but watch his runs. He has had like 2 or 3 of those runs where he's ended up taking a shot. In fact, let me see how many shots he's taken. Umtu self. 6 of a score. I just want to see his shots, just him. I want to see his shots. He's had 2 shots, and all of those shots came because of his runs. So far, he's had 2 shots. Usilva, so far, our striker has had just 1 shot, and that goal that, you know. And that shot, that header was very good. It was that header. That header was actually good. And the goal that he scored, that they disallowed for one reason or another. Incompetence, that's what it is. Because how do you not see that there's a defender right here in front of you, but you're seeing a person who's that side and you're saying they're offside? Like, it's not even like that tight. He's just onside. Oh, like, honestly, he's onside, umchit. Oh, we are on 2 added minutes. I forgot to show you. Good to have added 2 minutes additional time. added 2 minutes to this. And now we're going to have time. I'm feeling something in my stomach that's saying that I hope these ones don't mess this up. Because, they have the ability to mess it up. It's half time. It's half time, and Buffett, it's half time, and I'm not gonna lie to you, fear has started creeping in slowly but surely, because now I'm realizing Guti, a lot of things could just change now. A lot of things could just change. We're not bad, let's not lie, we're not bad. I would be lying to you if I said Chiefs were bad. Chiefs were not bad at all. Funda my comments, this match needs Velepai. I think Velepai is coming on from Tutus. A lot of people are complaining about him. There is definitely going to be Mtutuzi coming off and Velepai going on. It's just that they don't rate him. But I will also say, for everyone who's saying Mtutuzi did not give us anything, I would also like to point out he's not a winger, and whenever we've played him as a winger, he's not given us anything. So he wasn't going to magically give us something today. Umchita has been played as a winger so many times, but all of those times, he's not given us anything, ever. So that's what I'm saying, Guti. I'm not defending him, but this is the same Tutuzi against Orbit. Otimaini gets everything. He knows what to do. He knows how to handle himself. But manje mawuzophinda umkhiphe futhi and change his position. It's what happens if the coaches are not sure. If the coaches are not sure about what they want to do, players will also look confused. So akungabi ngathi manje, this is shocking, Mtutuzi is not performing. He's not playing in his position. You're asking him to play wide after watching him struggle every time he's played wide. What did you think was going to happen today that's different from all the other times that you've played him? Miguel for McCarthy. Chiefs annoying, we're not using silver strength. The only cross we made got a save, and it was a good header. And I'm supposed to believe. You understand that if I have Kaizer Mayo starting as my striker, right? If Kaizer Mayo is my striker, then what I'm doing, we're trying to play. If I have Dupree's playing as my striker, we're trying to get in behind. But if I have Igotaro or Silva, tall gentlemen, playing as my striker, what am I going to do? They are tall. So at some point, at least, not all the time, I'm not talking about all the time. At some point, we need to try and utilize their biggest strengths, their height, right? So we need to see that. We need to see more crosses. We saw him, was it Durban City? Yeah, it was Durban City, where he scored a header. Because he's good with headers, but we're not crossing enough. We've not been bad, but we could definitely be better. But now I'm scared ukuthi bazokwenzana abo coach laba. Oh, it's stressing now. So let's like the video. Brad Boy is saying, for me, it has been good performance besides Miguel's stupid decision, and we have been unlucky at goal. Yeah, that was a goal. We were robbed there. Like, I'm not even going to lie about that. We were robbed. That's for sure. Alciso is asking, how is that linesman professional ref? I can't understand. Yeah, Chiefs were robbed. Chiefs were robbed. That was a clear goal that they took from us. We were robbed. Like, there is just no two ways about it. That was not a right decision. And the funny thing is, if these coaches don't win this game, they are likely going to get fired. Because someone said the coaches have not lost a game. Of course they've not lost a game. They keep on drawing. They are so careful that their biggest thing is, let's not lose. Let's not lose. Right now we're playing against TS Galaxy, right? We have them. Like, we really have TS Galaxy right now. So to unleash our left-hand side, I wonder if they are going to unleash our left-hand side. Like, for real, for real. Understand what I mean by unleash it. Unleash our left-hand side. Allow the fullback to go up. Allow whoever, if they bring back Mtutuzi as a left winger, allow him to have support, because the other thing, before we be critical of a player, I'm looking at the conditions that Mtutuzi plays under. Funny enough, the game has not been that much on our side, because, well, it has in terms of attempts. We have 10, 6 are on target, Galaxy has 0 on both cases. But one of the biggest things that I see is that, umfundo, mase ngibuka nalama highlights, umfundo bekumela pass ball lapha. Umfundo bekumela pass ibhola lapha. How? Akalipasi ngani ball? Anika umaya jika mdlaleli 1-2 bese shaya goal. And uyabona manje what they are showing again is that run by Mtutuzi. That run outside in. That was a good run. Another draw is possible today, very much so. They are not losing the game, but you are losing points. That's fact. And that is the thing that people don't get. That's what I keep on saying. You cannot defend a coach and say, oh, he did not lose a game. He drew. So that excuses him, huh? Because drawing a game does not mean you dropped 2 points. You lost 2 points that you could have gotten. But you decided that, no, I'm going to keep the points. So that's exactly what's happening right now, Guti. If we draw this game again, it's again another one of, oh, they have not lost. Right? They've not lost, so they're fine. Unlike Nabi, who lost to Sikukune, these ones are fine. There's nothing fine with drawing against Chippa United, sitting at the bottom of the table. There's nothing fine with drawing with CULL. There's nothing fine with that. There's nothing fine with coming and playing against Zamalek and not performing. Umarabo is saying, are we also agreeing that there was a penalty on Solomon's or good call? So I will say that I don't think there was a penalty because, yeah, they just showed it. He got him fully, but the ball was gone. I don't think he was going to get to the ball, because that's the main criteria. Okay, for you to give it as a penalty, thing is, I'm a panelist starting because they are talking about it right now on TV. But I think the ball is gone. Uchimita was saying it's a penalty. Was in control of the ball. Yeah, I hear what Uchimi is saying. I hear what Uchimita was saying, Guti, Solomons might have gotten to the ball, but I'm looking at it, Peter, that's slow motion. It's not showing the ball what we saw. It could have gone either way. I think the ball was close to Solomon, probably should have been given. when I saw it, how Ndamane just went in, it looked like a penalty. But then again, that's not offside. We're robbed. That thing that they called offside is not offside. It's not offside at all. It's not offside at all. Not at all. Khona abantu bebesa celebrate ababona ukuthi offside. Yeah, that goal was not an offside. Or he actually might be offside. His knee. I'm looking. No, he's not. Because the right back is playing him onside. The left back is playing him onside. Like two people are playing him on. I don't know. It's not an offside. I said it when I watched it the first time. But now even in freeze frame, that's not an offside. That is never an offside. And that's such a brilliant run by Silva, by the way. Now abantu beNcomi Chiefs, which I've never seen a Kaizer Chiefs this offensive. Of course, it's about offensive against Oting Fund. Usbusiso is saying Vilakazi added again with stupid decision and being casual without show of aggression in the final third. I think no Vilakazi now seyajwayela ukuthi ischeme sakhe. I think he's getting too used to that. Ukuthi mnandi. As like any video, can we please like the video? May we please like the video? Chiefs players lack precision in passing, movement, and decision making. That's all we need. Maybe it speaks to the type of training where repetition of patterns make things easier in the game. One thing that I saw, I don't know if you guys remember them. You obviously remember the preseason. You remember how we're playing in that preseason? Do you remember that? Like the way the Chiefs played in that preseason under Nabi, it made me realize, hey man, this team is capable, most. How is my team playing this good? Right? That's what I was looking at in the preseason. I was like, Chiefs are playing so good. But man, sometimes, somewhere, somehow, because these things must be repeated. Because they're still coming up with their own things of forgetting. So you must keep on repeating. But I would be lying if I said we're not playing well. We're playing good. We're playing good. Umthokozisi is saying, Pelo, Shabalala is off. He is off in some aspects. He's playing as a left winger, but he's a 10. Every time he's played as a left winger, he's been bad. Because that's the main talking point that people have. Besides the fact that we're robbed two decisions, one clear-cut one, the offside one is not offside. Chiefs should be 1-0 up. And then the penalty one is debatable. One could say there was a penalty because Solomons could have gotten to that ball. But then again, when you watch it in real time and how fast the ball was traveling, then you think maybe he wasn't going to catch up to the ball. So, it's that thing, your good team. Chiefs could be easily 2 goals up. Easily. Uchuna is saying, I think we need a striker coach, someone who played football who will advise them offensively based on experience, not on paper. That's actually a good thing. You remember Unukovic, how much he was scoring when he had Ushon Patlet? Because Vele, you are right. This thing of someone, you have someone who knows ball, but not necessarily on paper. It did not play, it did not perform. So I get you. I get where you are coming from with the Tuguti. A striker coach must come in. But right now, what I'm going to say is that I don't even think our problem right now is how the strikers are missing chances. Because in this game, we've scored the chances we got. Jade is saying what centre back is on the bench. There are two centre backs. There's Msimango, there's also Makat. So we have two centre backs on that bench. So there isn't a worry there. We could always bring on someone else in the place of Miguel, because I assume that's what this is about. People are worried about Miguel Shem. People are worried about Miguel. The half is about to return. The match is about to restart. Shame. Alandel Chiefs bona bayayithanda le team, yes. Only if the management was as serious as the fans, that would cook. But manje, it's us fans who are more serious than the management. Now, bathi bareti. TS Galaxy is the one that's making changes. They took off Mahlambi, no Dlamini, and they are bringing on Kaizer and Mbunjan. Okay? Right. Chiefs have not made any changes. Right, we go again. Let's see. The combination of Matlo and Mabo is good. It is. It's excellent. If we have a chance at doing anything, we are playing well. We are playing better than them. But I also think our pressing can get us something in this game. Our pressing can definitely get us something in this game, because I see good TS Galaxy keep on making the same mistake over and over again of being too casual. Like right now, take a shot. The match just started, but they already lost the ball at TS Galaxy. Is that Solomon's recovering? Solomons or recover kamnandi. That's why we love him. Well, that's why I love him. But things like that, they don't happen under his watch. He will give it his all. Silva denied 2 goals in 2 matches. Konje last time kwenzakalani? Did he score a goal, and what happened with that one? After Cross's injury, I thought I would see Shinga on the bench. Go Pillar. We have 2 centre backs on the bench. Peak cluelessness. ETS Galaxy, they increasingly look like, even now in the second half, I thought they would be better. Haulungelo is saying, I do love Cross. I don't think any one of us really and truly predicted Matlo and Mabu. And for them to even be this good is a good plot twist. At some point, I knew good team Matlo was going to play. I don't see TS Galaxy scoring. Nah, they don't look like they will score. They just look flat. Like there's nothing. That is why we should be beating this TS Galaxy team. I know they've already denied us 2 goals. I still think that we could still get more and should still get more. Yeah, Mayo is staying central for sure. You know what's ever so slightly interesting is the fact that Umtutuze right now is playing from the left hand side, and he keeps on inverting and even getting to the other side. I think that's good. Giving him that freedom is good. If they gave him that freedom. Test Galaxy are attacking. That's their hope. Counters. If they can't catch us on counters, they won't score. They don't look like scoring at TS Galaxy. They are not threatening us at all with anything. I don't think they're disjointed. I just think Bafleti Bonashem. He just took the ball and he decided that he's just going to start running with it. For no apparent reason. Just start running with the ball through the middle. No plan whatsoever. Just run with it. So asikwazi ukuyeka ithime kanje. Usearch Ndebele is saying the problem it's our coaches in Pelo. We've got quality players who need coach who will guide them. Our current players correctly, those coaches must just go. Yeah, you know the funny thing, Mr. Ndebele, is that if Chiefs win this game, it will change how fans feel about the coaches. I have seen it. I mean, it did not take this much. In this very same game, after we scored, who said we have good coaches. And I know he's not the only one. And it's okay, you guys are entitled to your opinions. Because if you see that there's coaching going on, then by all means, I just don't see enough correlation for me to say I see that, because I just don't. I don't see that. Umlos is saying Mtu is like Lula. Somehow they don't fit it perfectly in traditional position. They are not wingers or strikers or tens. It takes really coaches to create patterns to bring that out of them. Yeah, but you remember, Guti, as a 10, that's what you're supposed to have. Because technically you don't lose anything by drifting to the right or drifting to the left. Because you have two people covering you behind. That's the whole point of a 4-2-3-1. You always have cover in one shape or form. And Maudlalama 8 or 2, then both of them are up, then one is left behind. So if you are playing like Chiefs were doing, and you are playing Umtutuze as a 10 alone, he can drift to whichever side. And that's what he did under Nabi. He drifted to whichever side, he had freedom to do so, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with that. Right? There was absolutely nothing wrong with that. But Bona, one thing they've ruined with Mtutuze's game is make him play like he's a striker. Force him to be so close to Ikotaro that it made no sense. And because of that, they saw that, okay, he's not effective. So they're now trying to play him as a winger, but give him an instruction to be a 10, which can also be kind of confusing because there's something called overcoaching. You can overcoach a player, give him too many instructions that he doesn't even know where to start. So, also being a good coach, this is another thing that I've understood even in my short time as a coach. Besides watching coaches, I've seen coaches who know a lot, like really a lot. Like, you know, this one knows a lot. He's brilliant in what he knows. He understands. There's that difference. You can understand football but be a terrible coach. You understand? Because if DJ Moti is saying pairing Matlo and Mabo is giving us good balance. They are brilliant, those guys. Both of them can play, both of them can also defend. So that partnership is good. That partnership is good. But don't be shocked, January Mosubona a different partnership in that midfield. And angazi why it has taken them this long to experiment on that. But Sikolab, where we are right now is on the fact that you will find, and I will say this, you will find Ugutu Khalil Nokazi are not clueless in terms of football. They know. Because you don't invest so much time in learning about coaching and doing the CAF licenses, not CAF, UEFA licenses if you are just clueless. They know football. They know a lot about football. I mean, it's not reincarnation, but the revival, for a lack of a better term, or reappearance or re-emergence of Ngobo Nomthethwa. Like it started, and we all know, it started getting better and better when Kaizer came in, right? And he improved them. Like, we're not gonna lie and pretend. He improved them. He played. Ngobo Nomthethwa came in, and when he was working with them personally, they started looking much better. Much better. Brilliant. He did a job with them. So we're not going to take that away from them. They have given the team something as assistants. But as coaches, there are some things that Solomon's at least took a shot. It just didn't sit. So that's what I'm saying, Guti. Ulelo is saying we are wasting so many chances from corners. We are. And I was complaining about this even before Nabi left. I was complaining about this, Guti. For a team of Kaizer Chiefs' stature, like right now, players who are tall in the team or who are good aerially. You have Kaizer Mayo, you have Miguel, you have Matlo. Okay, I would think I'm a defender. Ukwinika no Miguel, good aerially. Umatlo, also good aerially. Or at least is tall. Let's use Uguti is tall. And then you have Silva, who was a brilliant header of the ball as well. So that means if we did something we thought about or planned for set pieces, would be getting some other goals. DJ Martin saying Solomons has been revelation since Monyane's injury. Always look dangerous when he's overlapping. That's another big thing. Yoguti Ubalozo Shaya Ubalo Mabuelo shooting on left. Amadoda amadala mayisenza ngathi uyakhuluma kanti ufuna ukubukwa icamera, and the funny thing is ufika akhulume how Mayo was free, umduduzi could have passed the ball. Umuntu umdala uthi kanje ha ubuka la icamera la, then uyibuka ku screen hababo how it's funny. As the stadiums, the things we see there are people who could kill you because bafuna ukuvela ku camera. Kwabona nje TS Galaxy, it's the blind playing the blind. They just look horrible. Usearch level is saying these coaches had no plan Pimpilo. With these coaches, there's no team in our league that we cannot be matched when we need quality coaches. Players, we've got quality. Yeah, every team can beat anyone on any day. That's it. Another draw. It's still early, guys. You know, I will tell you, I believe the coaches are horrible, but I think we can win this game. Like, I see that. Like, I actually see that. I see us winning this game. Yabo against Chippa, there were moments where I looked at Chippa, I was like, Tina, where are we scoring? Where are we scoring? But against TS Galaxy, man, I know that TS Galaxy are in a better position than Chippa United when you look at the log table. But they are not playing better than Chippa. Chippa were much better. Even going forward, Chippa United look better, man. Shabalala and Vilakazi need to be sub for Velepai. Yeah, those ones have not been given us anything. Ulelo is saying, who do you think can come in and change the game? Uvelepai is the obvious one. Uvelepai could come in and change this game. So I think what they will do and should do, this is obvious, is Lilepo must come on from Tutuzi and Uvelepai comes on from Fundo. Simple. Those two, because every other area of our pitch is functioning well. If they want to be cautious, they can take off Miguel, but TS Galaxy are not like threatening us to a point whereby we can say, oh, let's make a change at the back because TS Galaxy are threatening us. So we can do that because I wouldn't risk Batman right now. Matlow is booked. Kevin is saying Batman. I would be surprised. UTJ Motive saying I was about to say that Lilepo and Velepai can change the game for us. That's for sure. My problem with Batman, I haven't seen him play, but then again, like for Chiefs, but then again, even if Velepai had not played at all, and then he came on and changed the game. So anything is possible. Yeah, now Matlo, his hand was too far away from him. Kwinika is improved. Kwinika is improved. That's a sign of a good coach. Umchita has skiva phile kuwe. Wambuyisa unabi. Wambuyisa unabi phela fethu ukhumbule uKwinika had played under Johnson. He played under Johnson. I'm forgetting the other one. Yeah, Johnson, Nsegi, Zwane, and he was just bad in all of those coaches. Under all of those coaches, he played bad under all of them. But then Nabi came in, he played him, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's all of a sudden good now. Because even this is why I always find it difficult to criticize Miguel, because last year Miguel played with Dotli. Dotli got injured. Then Miguel started playing with so Dotli, he was playing with Dotli, and then after Dotli, he played with the Mozambican Udove. And after playing with Dove, Dove gets injured, he played with Msimango. And then after Msimango, he played with Kwinika. And he was always solid. Like, look at the final, for instance. Nabi brought so many players back. Kushu Kevin, he did. Scott is saying George Matlow. What about George Matlow? So it's that thing. If you're a good coach, wait, you are a good coach. Like even Umtutuzi, Benomfundo, Abalandele had already started criticizing them. Oh, these kids are costing us this and that, this and that. He brought them back. They are doing exactly what I said. Velepai and Lilepo are coming on. Well, for starters, the subs are good. So that's something. So now I should make that drop down substitutes. I am pretty sure kuzopuma u7. Kuzongena u99. Kuzophuma uShabalala. Kuzongena uLilepo. That's the first change. So Shabalala is going off. Lilepo is coming on. That's the first one. Look at how cool this is. I'm even showing the subs. I feel so good. The second one, Uvilagazi, obviously, I expected that. 28 Vilakazi, and then 17 Velepai. Ah, you see how smooth that is? I love it. It looks so professional. There we go. Okay, move. Seswabon lama subs. Another draw. Our Joe is coming on. Yeah, they implemented. What position does Batman play? He plays attacking midfielder. He plays right winger. He plays left winger. He can play anywhere across the front line. Center forward, striker. That's him. He's everywhere there. Now he's taking a shot. So what we're talking about, players who can take responsibility. This is why we love Umchit. So this is another thing. We can get a lot. Chris is saying it's the littlest things in life that makes us happy. Yeah, like, because over the past few weeks when we were doing the watchalongs, I was scrambling, going to live score to grab their score, and then I open another window, then it disappears. Then I find this thing, I'm like, oh man, this is so brilliant. It is brilliant. I love it. Let's like the video, Batando Benkosi. Let's like the video. Okay, so the subs have not been bad, Shem. Today I would be lying. The subs that they've made are not wrong. There's nothing wrong with the subs that they've made. There's nothing wrong with the subs. Like, it's literally exactly what I said I would do, or what I thought would happen. I have a question though, because of course I have a question. Why are we playing Ulilepo on the right, Uvelepai on the left? Because I feel like Lilepo is better cutting in and taking shots from the left-hand side. But where they are playing him, they want him to push the ball and take shots, and not necessarily to cut in and take shots. That's one thing I can complain about. I think, but they don't see that anymore. Which means then we are expecting, or should expect, crosses from Velepai's side. And Umayo is really playing as a 10. Oh, Sankohli. That should be a goal, surely. Nope. It's a corner. Let me change. Instead of Shabalala on the left, we now have Velepai. And now instead of Vilakazi, we now have Lile. Bangene ngobani? What time did they both come on? Oh, Miguel, if he had scored that, he was going to redeem himself. Nkosiam. Utape is wasting time now. Utape is wasting time now. Because he can see Uti, Chiefs are knocking. I don't blame him. Because, I mean, Umekwel, why is he randomly nodding? Esisamba zalana siyangihlukumeza. Yes, sis. Siyaqhubuzeka. Lwandile is saying, would you say it's another draw? I can't say it's a draw. I do not see Galaxy doing anything here. I see Chiefs scoring. Like, I do. Because I won't say this is me being hopeful. I actually see Chiefs scoring a goal here. So that is why I can't say it's a draw. Because I actually think Chiefs might score. Oh, it's Mpo is saying, do you think Kaizer Chiefs will win the league or make it into top 3? I don't think we'll win the league. Especially not with these coaches. Like, the season is still long, so we might still come back and win. But if the mentality of the coaches, and we keep them until the end of the season, is we didn't promise you the league, that means you're not going to fight. Like, I know it might be unrealistic. It might be unrealistic. But right now, we're not even in the top 3. We're not DJ Motive. We are saying definitely, but we're not even on that top 3. That's my worry, Wuti. We're not even on the top 3. The coaches are saying the dream is being in the top 4. And that really does not do anything for us. Because if we're in the top 3, what does that do for us? We go to the CAF Confederations Cup again. So there's no upgrade, because even if we win this thing, it doesn't take us higher, does it? So there's a cross, what an interception. Is that Ndamane? It is. And we let go of this defender, Jalo. Hey, Chiefs now, they are full of, yes, that was a good cross, you know. That was a very good cross. Usech Nebele saying these coaches are playing players in the wrong position. I really don't understand. There's another cross. Saying, I really don't understand the coaches who are saying we mustn't expect to win a trophy. This guy must just go. They are flops. It's a perplexing thing. Like, one of the biggest things that Nabi kept on saying to us was the fact that this is a big team. This team deserves to be playing in the Champions League. This team, you know, big. But it was like, yeah, this team deserve to be better, to be higher, you know. All of those things. It made us believe we, like, he had about Duba coming out saying things like, in Nedbank Cup so you win. You remember that? You know, so that was the thing, Yoguti. We had hope, belief. Players had hope, belief, because they were told ukuthi nindlalela abalandeli la, abalandeli badinga win. This team is big. That's what they were constantly being told. So now Matlo Buffett is running the midfield. Seningakusho nje nikusho uMatlo Mnandi. Mnandi Ukonen is saying how much will that disallowed goal hurt us is the question. Kakulu, obviously. But I still think, even now, I have confidence that we are winning this game. Like, I really do. I'm not even going to lie to you. I still see it. I don't know why I'm this confident, but I just know we are winning this game. Or I feel like it, at least. Baloshayisa amavala lapho kwinikani. It's ngoba silokhu sithola ama corner nje, silokhu sithola ama corner. One of them corners is going to be a goal. Okwinika sebenokushayisa amavala budlapha careless. Galaxy is defending with 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 people in the box. They're only leaving one person outside. Chiefs is leaving 4 players outside the box to stop the counter. More people are starting to see a draw. I don't. I still don't see a draw. Angazi what's gotten to me, but I don't see a draw. I don't see a draw. The time that is remaining is a lot, man. Uboleng is saying, what's wrong with Matlo in this match? Nothing. He hasn't done anything wrong, but I know people will find something. Phela abantu abamfuna uMatlo bafethu forward, and enye into they get hot-spotted by Pirates fans who keep on criticizing uMatlo for doing absolutely nothing. Is excellent. Utabang is saying, I've said that watch out for Matlo back in preseason is one of the games you analyzed. Yeah, his best asset is the fact that we are lazy ball. Yes, he has physicality, he's tall and all of that, but we are lazy baller. He knows what to do. He knows the basics. And in him knowing the basics and doing the basics, he just makes it look easy because for the most part, make it simple. Like first half, you guys were talking about they were doing too much, and because of that, they were kind of costing us. So if you then have uMatlo Unaye do the simple things, it just shows you the contrast between the two styles. Others are trying to do much and they make it look complicated and they lose the ball. Matlo so far in the past 2 games, he's been doing the simple things and he's getting those simple things right. That's why he's been brilliant. I don't see Chiefs scoring Gushumolekwa. That's a set piece. These set pieces and free kicks will get Chiefs something. Nampilo, I see a draw. We need Ikotaro, Gushuboleng. Ikotaro is not there. Ikotaro is not there. He's not even on the bench. TS Galaxy win 2-0 haungek. Undi Kokele saying, Aiba Pambena Bantu, Matlo had a good game. It's a goal. I did say there's going to be a goal from these set pieces. I haven't even seen it. But I did say there's going to be a goal. I mean, obviously, this team has been sitting back and allowing us to keep on going forward. I haven't seen the goal. Uboleng was saying it's a goal. What a play from Velepai. So I thought so. Uboleng is spoiling it for us. Don't spoil it, man. Uboleng is spoiling it. Boleng is spoiling it. How? And you are manifesting. How? Patiminaga, I believed you. I believed you because these set pieces end up deciding games like this. Someone was saying there is no goal. There was no goal. Bafagu Duba apparently. Let me go make a change. Duba is coming on for silver. Oh. Duba is coming on for silver. Duba is number 47. And it's 47. Duba. Ebo 77. Silver out. I want to write it so that it looks cool. Then 47 is coming on, which is Duba. There we go. See? Looks nice. Looks nice. Okay, you see what I'm talking about. You see what I'm talking about these coaches. Why did they not bring on Ndlovu as well at the same time with Duba? No bad man, Usakoga. So get away. You see what I'm talking about. We can't catch a break. We cannot catch a break with these men. Like, why did they not make all the 3 changes at once or make 2 of them at that moment? Because manje basazoba faga. And I'm like, why did they not just bring them on at that time? Hey, Msangano yabantu lena. Uh, 77 minutes and I still feel like Chiefs will score. I still feel like Chiefs will score. So now they are making other changes. Within 2 minutes of making the other changes, they are now making other changes. Yes, like the video, guys, Gushuleti. Utubadowski will score. 10 minutes. 12 minutes, rather. Who's coming on? They're going to bring on Batman. Matlow. Time, Tuba. Uzongenela bani? Batman. Batman zongenela bani? That's what we're looking for now. Because ngifuna that cool graphic as it comes in. Oh, sekumele ngishintshe nomduduzi naye. Formation. Uduba ungene sometime. Angazi nokuthi ungene nini. Nangoku Batman ungenela umatlo benomayo bayophuma. Kuphuma u3. There you go. Here's the cool graphic. Mayo is off. Batman is on. And also Matlo number 22 is off. Who else did they bring on? Ubalo mfagile. Ndlovu. Ndlovu uqoka bani u8. Ngaze ngafocus kule nto oba nje ngithanda how it looks. Ndlovu is on and Umatlo is off. Right. Okay. Shintshe lamele soshintsha nezinto. Laba bangena ngo79. Uduba ngicathi ungene ngo76 or something. And then Umayo akasekho. Umayo ungenelo Batman. Babona ivideo yami ngithi ifuture ka yalo mfana ayikho secure, ayikho afaka uNdlovu. Duba. All right. Batman bangene manje ngo79. Ndlovu. How? Naba becishe bepha umfana igoli. Chiefs might get a goal in one of these moments. Excuse me. So basically, how many corners did we get? There is another set piece. Pelo Chiefs is boring. We will score in 89 minutes. If we want to stay in the title talk, we must win games. If we want to have a title talk, we must win games because all these draws are going to hurt us. Angithi abalandeli phela bona all they want is as long as we're not losing. Mpilo, did you see Mzuki holding a radio? Yeah, ukhuluma nama-analyst. Mpilo labantu abazi lutho yinye qha into okumele siyenze singama-supporter. We must just march to the village and hand our grievances to the Mtaung family. But man will score. Chiefs failed team. It's a draw, I told you. Yeah, Pelanam, I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not even see that miss. How did he miss? Now I have to check this because I was busy talking. Yeah, Lilepona should have scored. While Pirates are pulling away from us. Shame. Pepe San Marcos. I get them in Junju. Agency ke manje. Asena choice. Yeah, there are a few things. Passy ball and perfume. This is another thing about these players from small teams. Chiefs is still coming. Again, precision is a problem. Trust our boys. Galaxy zamkwenzana. I have faith. Kushuboleng. Everyone is holding their breath. Chiefs must be cancelled. How? We deserve a goal this match. We said the same thing against Chippa. Hey, kancane lengane idla kakhulu. Anyways, I still believe Chiefs can win this game. It's just one of those things where you like, surely. We're robbed twice by a referee. We are manifesta noma skipani. If ulingangeni leli goal ngo-86 minutes wena Kaizer Chiefs siyakublock. Sizokublock. But if he scores, I did say the goal is coming. Utato is saying I haven't seen my boy the whole game. Yeah, you know my boy. Now ngomunye ethi Duba scores. Ubani kahlahlo korayo. Kahleni. Nonke neshizi we have the material, but these two coaches don't know how to use the players. Hayi khona othi Batman nisho izinto eziningi. Usbusiso is saying, did you see Mzuki holding a mic as if he's a radio as if he's talking to someone who's not in the pitch? Yeah, they have radio obviously because they have to talk to the analysts. Analysts, they are above awahlali lapha ezantsi, they stand there. So analyst, a lot of manifestations. I think ba-block ama-trolls because ngeke baphazamise i-experience yethu la manje. Ngumfaka kwi-time out ka-5 minutes nalona othe Duba scores uphi naye ngimfaka kwi-time out futhi angingamfaka na kwi-time out ngimblock nje for good. Sengibasusile. We can't be disturbed here. Manifestation yokuthini? They are gone. The ref is a problem. Ziyakhala bafowethu. Ikhala ziku loudspeaker. Zikhala ziku loudspeaker. That's what I'm going to say on the post-match reaction video. Robbed. Because we were robbed. We're definitely robbed in this game. I mean, TS Galaxy were not in this game. I don't know what this coach is puffing his cheeks for. His team were not in the game. It's one of those games, if Chiefs were to win, you will hear nonsense from the other coach talking as if they were in the game. They were never in the game. Chiefs were a better team, and Chiefs should have won this game. Like everything that Abo Marco are doing, everything that our players are doing, it's just Christmas present. Yo, but we were a better team in every way possible. Defensively, they couldn't deal with us. Offensively, they couldn't try because we were there. We stopped them in everything that they tried to do. So there ain't no way that anyone else is saying that Chiefs were bad. They were not bad. In this game, Usirino got injured 2 games ago. So Chiefs played well, Shem. And even now, it's the 89th minute as we're about to go to added time. Where is the scoreboard? We're about to see how many minutes are going to be added, and I'm going to have a cool graphic. I enjoy this thing of adding these graphics. It's one of the exciting parts of me streaming. Ufuna ukulala phansi lo keeper, does remember ukuthi there's 8 seconds. Nabo nje labo i-TS Galaxy ngathi they were playing for a draw. So they actually wanted. You know what I don't get is how do you play against this Chiefs team that is coached by these coaches in particular and think, you know what, let's get a draw. It makes no sense. Because I play Chiefs, I'm trying to beat them. I'm not trying to get a point. Like I can win the game most. Oh, but at the 6 minutes. Okay, this is absolutely unique. Hey, they just hit the post. While I was busy, Mina, with things, Bona, they are hitting the post. He should have passed the ball now, but it was a good attempt. We can still win this game if we find a good coach. Oh, the league, njalo. We have seen everything. Yes, Abafas bethu they are happy when Chiefs win, but when we lose they complain because we lack the energy. Ngale kunengana won't finish the sentence. It's weird. That was their first shot, and it doesn't even count as a short-term target, by the way, because the goalpost is not a target. The target is what's between the goalposts. And no Batman lo sebemdlalisa because of the pressure from fans. Because why is Chislet not being played here? But Batman yena useyadlaliswa. Abasitshele phela makunenkinga no Batman. Bayokulokhu besenza i2 phethu. Are not idiots, man. Yeah, Umabuwe is one of those for this game that I will have to rewatch the game and see ukuthi benzani game in, because angimboni. Another set piece. Ngiyavila lapha nokubuka ama comments because ngizothi ngibuka ama comments and then I will find someone saying, "Hey, we just scored." I don't want anyone ruining this for me. So in the next 4 minutes, I'm talking non-stop, looking at the video. Hey, but Batman must be trusted, Ibo. His first start, not start, because it didn't start. His first appearance, and he's already taking a set piece. That's interesting, actually. What in the set piece is that? uzozama ukuqhatha uSolomons hayi suka nabo nje kodwa Three minutes to go. Another draw, another life. And we're not bad. It's a very, very, very tricky and weird situation that we find ourselves in. Because in this game, what do you honestly point at and say, oh, we should have done better here? I'm not going to lie to you. I actually don't know what I can say. Sicela upitso. Angibonanga nakubona that guy was offside. I actually thought we were going to score a goal at some point. I actually did think that. Red card. Umkaka is sent off. Buga, I'm about to show you a very, very cool thing even now. Ip. Score on. Red card. Look at that. My setup is so good. Well, not so good, but it's trying. Give me my flowers, man. Sengikwazi ukuveza nama red card live on a stream. Soka. Yeah, that's a red card. I thought this season is our boom. Coach left. We are left with these assistants. And I have bad news for you guys. They are coming back next year. Because even indaba kaPitso into ya next year, not to Pitso Rulan, indaba ya next year June, if he ends up coming now. There is the last hurrah. There is the last thing to happen. We have a free kick. I'm in a corner. We score this, we win the game. And I did say we'll win this game. So here we are, about to score. And these men are buying themselves even more time. Come on. Isikhathi siphelile. The ref is just allowing Chiefs to finish this attack, I think. Solomon's uzodlula ngenkani. Oh my days. Who missed that? Uduba, ubani? Miguel. All people are gonna hate him. Solomon's udlule ngenkani. uSolomon udlule ngenkani. A whisker. Yazi makuthiwa a whisker. Was it actually a whisker way? But it was close enough. I think that's match. Hey? I think that's it. I think that's the match. Yo! Asuka. He's feeling the pressure manje uKhalil wabantu. The game is over. He knows it's over. He knows it's over. Why am I laughing at another man's child? I want Judas. I shouldn't feel bad for them. So it's full time. Chiefs 0 and Gallants 0. Right. I'm about to make a full-time post-match video. So it will be posted in the next 15 minutes, 20 minutes, because I will record 15 minutes, depending on how much I have to say. So, yeah, I'll see you then. Bye bye.